There was 120 liters of pure milk in a vessel. Some quantity of milk was taken out and replaced with 23 liters of water in such a way that the resultant ratio between the quantities of milk and water in the mixture was 4:1 respectively. Again, 23 liters of mixture was taken out and replaced with 27 liters of water. What is the respective ratio of milk and water in the resultant mixture? Alright, so first of all, we are given that there is 120 liters of pure milk in a vessel. So this is a vessel, and in this vessel 120 liters of pure milk is there. Now some quantity of milk was taken out and replaced with 23 liters of water. So from this vessel, let's say x liters of milk is taken out. So now we are left with 120 minus x milk, right? And now the remaining is replaced with 23 liters of water. So remaining is 23 liters of water, and it is replaced in such a way that the resultant ratio between the quantities of milk and water in the mixture was 4:1 respectively. So first of all, what we'll do is find out how much milk and water is there in this vessel. So milk is 120 minus x and water is 23 liters, right? So the ratio of milk and water is 120 minus x and 23, but this ratio is given to us as 4:1. So that means this ratio is same as 4:1. So I can write it as 120 minus x upon 23 is equals to 4/1. So now I have an equation. So let's solve this. So 120 minus x into 1 will be 120 minus x, and 23 into 4 will give me 92. So here x will be 120 minus 92, or I can say that x is equals to 28, right? So we have the value of x here, which is 28 liters. So that means in this vessel 120 minus x is 28. So 120 minus 28, which is 92 milk is there, and 23 water is there. So I have found out the exact values of milk and water in this vessel, right? Moving forward, again 23 liters of mixture was taken out and replaced with 27 liters of water. So again from this vessel 23 liters is taken out. Now this 23 liters that has been taken out will be taken out in the same ratio 4:1, because in this vessel the ratio of milk and water is 4:1. So that means in this 23 liters the ratio of milk and water will be the same, which is 4:1. So let's find out how much milk and how much water is taken out. Starting off with milk, we know that milk is 5 parts out of total 4 parts out of total 5 parts. So milk is 4 parts out of total 5 parts in this 23. So that means 23 into 4, 92 by 5 milk is taken out, and water is 1 part out of total 5 parts. So 1 part out of total 5 parts in this 23 liters. So that means 23 by 5 liters of water is taken out. So how much resultant milk and water is there? Milk was 92, but from this 92 by 5 is taken out, so minus 92 by 5. Water was 23, and from this 23 by 5 water is taken out, so we subtract 23 by 5. Moving forward, we are also told that it is replaced with 27 liters of water, so we add 27 here. What is the respective ratio of milk and water in the resultant mixture? So we have to find out the final ratio of milk and water in the resultant mixture. So here LCM will be 5, and 92 into 5 will give me 460 minus 92 is 2. Again here LCM will be 5 3s are 15, and 11 minus 23 plus 5 7s are 35, 5 2s are 10, and 13. So here after doing the calculations, 5 gone. So 460 minus 92 gives me 368, and 115 plus 135 minus 23 gives me 227. So this is the final ratio of milk and water in the resultant mixture, which is 368 is to 227, and this is our required answer. Here option E is the correct one.